Hello everyone, welcome to the main story quest line here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick, I'm your host for tonight. This is Final Fantasy card game. I've been away for a while, but I'm back. And I hope you're glad. But we're bringing you some Final Fantasy card game. The first match is between Don Ng on the left and Mitch Lee on the right. Don, I believe he's playing Earth Lightning. Oh no, Ice Lightning? Just now I saw Earth Lightning. Anyway, he's playing, Ice Lightning. While Mitch here, it looks like he's playing what, Mono Red? Or Mono Fire? Maybe a Final Fantasy 7 Fire? Who knows? Oh, we haven't started the clock yet. Let's start the clock. And so so Mitch looks like he's playing Mono Fire. Emperor Zandi gets pitched there and a very quick Tifa, but no backups on the battlefield. Okay. And Don here, what is his response to that? Well, Tifa is not terribly huge. It is not that. I mean, like, it's a pretty good creature. But discards 3 cards to bring down an X-Death alongside a mannequin in the form of this is the imaginary champion, I believe. Let's look that up. No, not the imaginary champion. Oh, what is this? One of them. Anyway, X-Death brings X-Death allows you to cast it from your hand or play it from your hand for free if it costs 4 or less. Let's bring up the X-Death here. And cool abilities that X-Death has, of course. Enters the field, you may play 1 Job Mannequin of cost 4 or less from your hand onto the field. Forwards you control gain, Job Mannequin forwards you control gain plus 1000 power. So that mannequin is now 8000 power. And then for each Job Mannequin you control, X-Death of course gains plus 1000 power. So right now X-Death is 9000. That, unless Mitch here is going to give out a whole bunch of cards just to kill the X-Dev. There's no way he is getting through. Don putting his hands up in the air. Yep. You know. Sabin here being pitched to the yard or to the break zone to look for another Tifa. And passes the turn. So now with 2 forwards, 2 backups on the battlefield, a little bit better. But Don here looks like he is setting up for something. Maybe getting fast damage. He definitely can get him, with the X-Death as well as the Tifa. But, on Mitch's side of the table. Oh, okay. So a fleeting flash, also gonna attack in, and Brynhilde is going to try to shoot down a few guys. I think that's Brynhilde, right? Let me double check. There we go. Brynhilde, of course, EX burst, choose 1 forward, deal it 7000 damage. Deals the X-Death 7000 damage, which means that it's not attacking. But of course, nothing else is. On Mitch's side of the table, what is that? Is that the Red Mage? One of the mages, anyway. I believe its effect is to prevent a creature from blocking. Let's see. Oh, okay. Not the Red Mage, but it is the Scholar. Yeah, I was trying to identify what was the Scholar. But you put Scholar in a break zone, choose up to 2 forwards opponent's control, then deal them 3000 damage. And that looks like a black mage. Alright, so rewind a little bit. I'm wondering what the black mage does. Black mage. Let's go find the red version of black mage. Okay. So here, when black mage enters the field, choose up to 2 forwards and deal them 5,000 damage. Okay, so you're trying to deal them 5,000 damage and then deal them another 3,000 damage, so that would be 8,000. But the fleeting flash here is a 9,000 creature, and the I forget what's that guy's name, but I thought he's 8,000. Let me check in Fleeing Flash's ability. I don't remember it being. I don't remember it pumping up other mannequins. Yeah. So it gains plus 2,000 power. If you control a job mannequin other than Fleeing Flash, it gains plus 2,000 power. So, you know that the other mannequin should be dead. So yeah, I don't know why he didn't go for that play. He would have killed both of them. Oh, my bad. Okay, so Capricious Reaper is 8,000 creature, so it would have, it wouldn't have dealt enough damage. Oh man. Joseph McCutcher, hello, welcome to the chat, and yeah, I see you chatting away. This makes me want to Audible, I'm guessing, change to mannequins this weekend at Vegas. Is there something going on at Vegas? Is there a tournament going on at Vegas? I'm curious. I wanna, yeah. That sounds cool. And yeah, mannequins seems pretty strong. Right now, though, Dawn has absolutely no backups. But that's okay. He's got a 10,000 X-Dev. He's got a 9,000 Capricious Reaper. He's got a 8,000. He gets 2,000, 8,000. Sorry, 9,000 Fleeting Flash. So, man, his creatures are huge. And all he has to do now is just start attacking it. I mean, like, attacking with a Fleeting Flash, that's 9,000. You got to block. Or you can take you could take the damage, no problem. Because, yeah, Capricious Reaper here is a 9,000. Okay, so attack with the Capricious Reaper. Alright. Attack you with the X-Dev. Yep. It passes the turn, yeah. So Mitch here needs at least 2 forwards to fend off, or maybe he's got a what you call it? Huh? Maybe he's got a Bahamut, but he doesn't. Okay, so that ends the game. Dawn takes it quite convincingly after a fast start from Mitch, but Dawn just had an incredible hand. Like, he dropped three cards into the break zone, got six crystal points, and just stuck 2 humongous creatures, or 2 humongous forwards, Capricious Reaper and the X-Dev, and they never went away until they never went away for the rest of the game. So Mitch there just fighting on the back foot the entire time. Joseph McCutcher saying, "Oh, Summoner's Cup Ramo, part of the ARG series." All right. So good luck. We're coming back with round 2 very shortly, maybe in like 20 minutes time. Oh, you know what? Let's keep going since they're going to keep playing. But that officially ends this round. We play a best of 1 here at the shop. Like, it's a half an hour round. It's a best of 1. Dawn won that. but they're going to play again. So we'll keep going. And we just remind you that you can join us on the stream, on twitch.tv/Grey Ogre Games every Friday if you like Final Fantasy. And other days, like Tuesday and Wednesday, if you like Magic the Gathering, and including this weekend, we've also got some Magic the Gathering. And if you miss the tournaments, just going down to youtube.com/Grey Ogre Games. Don here putting up, setting up his board pretty nicely. Lulu, and I believe that's a Nachu, I forget. But Mitch also slowly putting up his board. Devout followed by an Abreu. Is that Devout? I don't know. Is that White Mage? Man, I'm so bad at. I am very bad at fire cards. I don't play fire enough. I wish I did, but I don't. Oh, it's just Sage. Okay, so it's Sage. This is the one. So you put Sage in the break zone, choose one forward. You control if it deals damage to a forward this turn. Deals 2,000. Increases the damage by 2,000 instead. Hildebrand here. Not a very commonly seen card. Hildebrand, not a very commonly seen card, of course. Leaves a few. Okay, so. And of course, is kind of supported by Nasu here. Am I pronouncing her name right? Is that Nasu? Nashu. Yeah. And here we go, Elcid, followed up by a Onion Knight to get rid of that VV. Well, the VV is quite strong. Who's that? And I believe on Mitch's side, that's a Ranger, right? What does a Ranger do? Man, I'm so bad at fire cards. Even though fire is pretty strong. Anyone in the chat, let me know. You play fire or you don't? Because you play with fire, you're going to get somebody burnt. Maybe not yourself. Who knows? But here we go. Ranger. When Ranger attacks, it deals 2,000 damage to all forwards and opponent controls. And it's got haste. So it's a 3 crystal point card. And yeah, it deals quite a bit of damage. Right now, on Mitch's side, the Ranger is, of course, powered up by Abreu. So the Ranger is a 5,000 card. And it looks like the race is on. Don here not caring for I guess, his own safety and just attacking in with the Onion Knight as well as the what's his name? The Elcid. There another Elcid off the top. Not too much of concern, of course. Because of course you can't play more than one Elcid, right? I mean, like you guys know. You guys know the rules for Final Fantasy. But if you didn't know the rules, of course, there are cards that you can play as many of as you want to, and then there are of course cards that you can only play one of. And if you're familiar with Magic, that's kind of like the legendary rule. The only exception to this rule is that you can't even cast another card. Is that General Leo? I really need to play with more of my with more fire cards. But VV here enters the battlefield, does get rid of a Onion Knight. Black Mage might be able to get rid of that VV. No, Black Mage only reduces the power by 5,000. Yeah, okay, so oh no, okay, Black Mage reduces by 4,000. So a little bit of rewind here. Just attacks in. And Capricious Reaper hits the battlefield. Capricious Reaper 8,000 only, but it's pretty hard to target this card if it becomes the target of an opponent's spells or ability, summons or ability, your opponent has to discard a card. So very strong effect there. But is it good enough? Mitch here just drew what looks like a cloud off the top and maybe trying to win the game from here. So 5 mana for the Zac. Man, Zac is somebody that you don't really see that often. Okay, tosses another cloud. And able to get some damage in. 2 damages in. And Dawn here down to 5,000. Down to 2 health points. And this looks pretty bad for Dawn. Man, that Abreu doing some work. Mooting a little bit of Dawn's removal in the form of Black Mage. And so it can't really get rid of, stuff like the VV. But that VV, man, doing some work. And this is, this is the legendary VV. Enters the battlefield, choose one forward and opponent controls, delete 4,000 damage and 1,000 more for each card in your opponent's hand. So it's quite a strong effect, but the second effect is Firaga, and then it deals 7,000 damage to all forwards. Like, very, it's a pretty strong effect, especially when your entire board is just pumped up. And it deals to everyone. So, you could attack in with the Ranger and then activate VV's ability, or you attack in with, you attack with the Ranger, activate VV's ability. You're basically dealing 9,000 damage to everyone. And if you use someone like Scholar, which we saw earlier, and Scholar increases the damage that VV deals by 2,000. And so you're dealing 9,000 damage to everyone. Of course, your board kind of gets wiped out too. So you got to be careful about that. But I'm pretty sure there's ways around it, right? Otherwise, why would you be playing this deck? So yeah, Devout here is still an option. Alright, Odin's away. The Ranger. Devout to bring back maybe a Genesis or a Hildebrand, okay. And then just passes the turn. Okay, so Hildebrand does make his return, but not very strong in combat. Not extremely strong in combat. Okay, so Hildebrand can't block. Go swing in. Probably you want to swing in with the Zac first. Exactly. Which will force Dawn to... Okay. Yeah, Dawn has to block one of the creatures. Or one of the forwards. So yeah. Alright. Like I said, we are going for a short break. Thanks for joining us. Emergency. Oh shit button. Yeah, that's true. If you're kind of losing, I think you want to fire off that Firaga and then wipe the entire board. Unless your opponent has some 7. Then that becomes very dangerous. Alright, we are going for a short break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes time with round 2, so don't go away. I'll put up a replay of our previous main story quest lines. I think one that was hosted by myself and Desmond. But yeah, remember you can catch us on the stream Fridays 8 PM Singapore time for Final Fantasy, Tuesdays and Wednesdays for Magic the Gathering. You can also find us on youtube.com/GreyOgre Games to get all the replays as well. And last but not least, do visit our website, greatogregames.com. All right, we'll be back in a short while, so don't go away. Hello everyone and welcome to our Friday night main story questline here at Grey Ogre Games. It's Final Fantasy card game. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts alongside Desmond Lightning Ong.
Hello.
Mono Lightning. Pull the mic towards you. No, okay. Get all this. See all this wired equipment. Nowadays we all gotta go like digital, you know, just like I don't know, just Bluetooth everything. Anyway, watching the match here between Ong Ling Kong and Brian Tan. You know, I mean you've seen them play a lot. These guys play a lot. Like I think the FF community in Singapore is large, but you will still know most of the players.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a fantastic thing.
It's a very friendly community.
Yeah, I agree. Lincoln here going to take a mulligan and draw the next 5 cards. Brian here, I think, you know, mulling over his hand. I think he's going to keep it. A Devout, Shantoto, what's the other two?
Titan, Renoa.
Renoa. What's that last card in his hand?
I'm not so sure too.
Okay, anyway.
Right.
Maybe a monk. Is that a monk? Oh no, it's a Titan and it's what do you call it?
Golem, I think.
Golem, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a Golem.
On Lincoln's side, Lincoln looks like he's playing mono ice. No, he's
That's
also
a
playing
mirror.
ice.
Oh,
Whoa, did not know that.
Yeah.
Hey. Ice,
Earth.
Ice Earth, yeah. Starts off with a Tama, and Brian here gives up that Renoa for the Devout, but of course he can get back the Renoa later on with the Devout. Yeah. So let's see. The comments working. Yes, Felix Sanjaya saying it works. Thank you. It does work. Because our other the strange enough, Facebook got to get on their game because I want to take a screenshot of like what we're seeing on our side, which is basically a black screen.
I see.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not quite sure whether it's streaming or not, but hopefully it all comes out. Lincoln here doing a really fast start on Shulk, turn 2 Shulk, dropping the
Ursula.
What's her name? Ursula, yeah. And causing Brian to discard a card, which he does. I think that's the
one that searches for a FF7 character?
Yeah. Jesse here hits the battlefield and able to look for that Vincent. Vincent, pretty good. Would you play like Yuffie, the 2-mana Yuffie, just in this deck, just because you play Vincent?
I think Yuffie is a very good card that enables Vincent to attack without having to dial.
Yeah. Let's bring up Yuffie. We haven't seen her yet, and she's actually a wind type character. But yeah, like you were mentioning, it is a very powerful card that does enable the Vincent. So if you control Vincent, the cost for playing Yuffie is 0. So it's free.
It's free.
It's green.
Yeah.
It's win, but it's free. And then the card name Vincent you control, just gains plus 1000 power, but it also gains Brave, and I think Brave is what sets the Vincent apart, because you can attack and then use the
Death penalty.
Death penalty, yeah. Strong card.
It's a very strong card. Okay, it seems like Brian is
taking some
on the back
damage,
foot.
yeah. But he's got to fire off that Shantoto soon.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna do that. So let's see. Well, he can do it. He can do it later. He can develop his board a bit more, get Lincoln to try to overcommit, and then after that, Brian can just like sweep the board. So maybe he puts down one more. Oh no, he's gonna go for it. Okay, so Shantoto here, gonna get rid of the entire board. I thought he could, he could wait.
It's not a bad decision at this point of time because he can devour something in.
Yeah, he can devour something back. But he didn't discard the Vincent. I'm surprised.
No, because it's the Opus 4 Vincent.
Is that an Opus 4 Vincent?
Yeah, which will search for another Vincent.
Right,
yeah,
right.
so at this point of time...
No, I thought he would discard the other Vincent, the Opus two Vincent,
Ah.
the legend Vincent, and then after that bring back the legend Vincent and still have the Opus 4 Vincent in hand. Anyways, Chameleon here dropping at the end step, trying to get in as much damage as he can.
It's a very aggressive
Yeah, this is
ice deck.
pretty aggressive. Oh man. And yeah, some people forget Genesis. Genesis is a can you type it in? Genesis, for those of you who aren't familiar with the game, is actually a FF7 card. Right? We forget. Sometimes we forget.
Crisis Core. He's the main villain in the Crisis Core game.
Crisis Core was the
PSP
the PSP. Oh, PSP. Okay, so I didn't play PSP.
Oh.
I didn't play Crisis Core.
I remember I completed the game.
God.
With Zack as the main protagonist.
So that's where Zack is from.
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering like where is Zack? I played what's that? The one with Vincent and goes around and shoots
Cerebus?
stuff. Yeah, Dirge of Cerebus. Whoa, that was a fun game. That was a really fun game. Let's see. Okay. So let's say a Delita versus a Chameleon. I think the Chameleon cannot lah.
But I'm suppose since Lincoln is playing an aggro deck, he should have means to deal with the Delita.
Yeah, well, he could, he can take one or 2 points of damage quite easily.
Yeah, at this point of time.
Yeah. And even though it's a mirror match, it looks like it's a very different type of game. Oh,
Yeah.
Dada Luma. Okay, this is a cool new card. Let's look for Dada Luma. Yeah.
It's quite a powerful card.
Okay, so Dada Luma. Here we go. When Dada Luma is chosen by your opponent's summons or abilities, choose up to one forward opponent controls, then deal it 4,000 damage. Great. When it's dealt damage, choose up to one forward opponent controls, deal it 4,000 damage. And it's a 4 mana, like it's a 4 crystal point, 8,000 power. That's like standard vanilla. It beats the vanilla test, or passes the vanilla test. But I don't know how relevant are these abilities. Like,
if you are talking about the standard, which is the Elcid combo. So when Elcid comes to play,
oh right, you have two guys targeting Dada Luma
and they deal damage too.
Yeah.
So Dada Luma would deal back a total of 16,000 damage.
16,000. Yeah.
Which will kill the LC combo. So it's an anti-LC combo card primarily.
Right.
Yeah?
That's why. Okay, so that's why it's so good. But well, it's great against lightning, but it's not that great against like other.
Yeah, I suppose it's
combos.
not so great.
I guess it's good against what's the name? What's that girl? Lulu. It's great against Lulu. Yeah, it's still a lightning card. I mean,
Yeah,
okay.
it is.
So anything that's not lightning, what else is not lightning?
Probably raid against fire decks.
Oh, fire decks.
Fire
yeah,
decks
yeah.
deal damage and they target.
Right. Okay. So
Right,
your Bahamut's deal 8,000 damage and it targets. So Dada Luma's going to deal 8,000 damage to something, right?
Yeah.
So, okay.
And it can speed damage 4,000. So maybe that's slightly relevant.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Against an aggro deck with very small powers.
Right. That's a good point. Yeah. Okay. So Lincoln here facing down a Vincent and a Delita. Well, the legendary Delita, and man, whoa.
Oh, there was a Shiva there.
Yep, Shiva here to tap down two of Brian's guys. Well, it's not okay. So he flips over Renoa.
Because of the Delita's ability.
Yeah. Beats in, reveals a Kafka, beats in, reveals a
He is indeed playing the
No,
Yuffie.
that's why you need the Yuffie, man.
Yuffie is so
is
great.
good. Yeah, Yuffie is great.
Right.
Like, it's so unassuming. It's just like, it's what, 4,000 power? And it's
5,000,
just-
I think.
Or 5,000 power. So it beats, activation of Dada Luma. Yeah. Okay, so what is Brian going to do here?
Brian looks like he's in trouble. 5 damage.
Yeah. But Lincoln got a bit of. He should have like some things up his sleeve, so he might bring in the Celeste to tap down the Dada Luma, maybe.
Yep.
So let's see. Well, Chameleon is easy to deal with, and the Yang.
Yang.
You can combo like you can party attack with the Chameleon.
Yes.
But Yeah, you're gonna lose both of them to trade for like one guy.
Yep.
So let's see.
Okay, Brian looks like he has some tricks up his sleeves.
Yeah. A Shiva there, Atomos as well.
Yeah.
Atomos, well, okay. How do you like Atomos now?
Atomos is very good in the Earth decks because they usually have very
big creatures, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Atomos is almost a guaranteed removal.
Yeah, but it's
I mean, Earth will take what they can take, and I mean, based on the removals that Earth has access to, Atomos is one of the best.
Okay. Well, yeah, which is probably why you like to pair up like Earth with something else. But there was the mono Earth, all the mono Earth decks. Rauban is also a very relevant card.
I suppose both players should be playing Rauban.
Yeah, the EX Burst Rauban, not the Fight Myself Rauban.
They might also
both
Fight Myself Rauban.
Yeah. Beat myself out Rauban,
Yeah.
but he's pretty good.
He's pretty good, yes.
Okay, so Lincoln here gets to deal 4,000 damage to... Okay, he actually gets to deal 8,000 damage to something.
No, I think it's 4,000 because it was a death penalty.
Oh, right, it's a death penalty.
So
yeah,
no damage is being dealt.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so Lincoln is down to 1 forward.
Yeah.
Facing down 2 fat forwards.
Yeah, it doesn't... well, Brian here has turned the tides a little bit, but...
Still remains to be seen because he has taken 5 damage after all.
Yeah, and that can be quite... that's going to be relevant.
Yeah,
especially with Tama on the battlefield. Lincoln here... Wow. He could use that Genesis. No, he doesn't have ice crystals. Okay, so Yang
again
passes the turn. What's the other 2 cards in his hand? So one's a Genesis and the other one is...
the other version,
is there a
the
Scarmeleon?
Opus 3 Scarmeleon.
Ah, okay. So you might want to just give up that Scarmeleon.
Yeah.
Who
probably.
knows? He can still cast... by the way, he can actually still drop that... play the... what you call it? The Genesis from his hand because he's got Tama. Tama, let's bring up Tama. Tama is a great card. 2 mana, 2 crystal points, and fantastic card. I think the 7. What do you think about the 7-drop Tama? Like this is the 2-drop Tama, like 2 crystal points, and then X and tap, or X and activate. Then put Tama into the break zone and play 1 character who costs X or less from your hand onto the break zone.
Yep.
What do you? This is a powerful effect. It definitely catches your opponent off guard. In the Earth decks, it's usually I Tama out at instant speed a Shantoto, and then wipe your board.
Correct.
And then like ha 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 ha.
Or any other shenanigans that they can think of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm wondering, how do you find the 7-drop Tama? Let's take a look at the 7-drop Tama.
So for the 7-drop Tama, it's actually quite a good card, but I think I'm quite concerned with the 7 cost. It's quite costly.
Man, yeah, it is quite a large, it's quite an investment that you have to pay. And I don't like that it only brings back an Earth forward. I wish it could bring back like Earth forward. Like Earth has very, very strong forwards. Like you can bring back the Delita over and over and over again.
Vincent, yeah.
Or the Vincent, yeah.
Right.
Especially the 5-drop Vincent.
Yes.
You can bring it back over and over again. But yeah, it costs 7. And
the second ability is good, but if you look at it closely, it comes to play down. And that is a very big problem. And you can only do it during your turn somehow.
You can only do it during your turn,
just wasting 1 turn.
So I'm okay. I definitely want to try to build a deck with this Tama around, but we'll see. All right, Lincoln here dropping an Onion Knight and then follow that up with a Jipal. And so all his guys are humongous right now.
Right.
His Onion Knight is 9,000. Scarmeleon is 8,000. So it starts with a Yang, which is now a 9,000 character, I believe. Yang is 5k, right? Let's Yang, Yin Yang. Yin Yang?
Yang.
Yang.
Let's
Yang.
go with
Yang.
the American
The American
pronunciation.
Yang. Okay,
Yang.
so it's 9,000 with the buff from Japal. And Scarmeleon here gets in. Scarmeleon as 9,000 as well. And does Brian want to take the damage? Because, you know, next turn he's going to get overrun. But if he blocks now, it doesn't feel like it's it's too, you know, I don't think there's any value in blocking right now.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think you can take the damage, and then just pray that Ling Kong here doesn't have a Shiva next turn.
Yeah.
And Brian agrees with the sentiment, takes the point of damage. There's a Dada Luma off the top. What he needs now is maybe a board wipe, possibly. Oh, a Celeste. Is that a Celeste? No.
Is it Genesis?
That's a Genesis.
Emperor. No, that new seat from Opus War. He discarded that. He's gonna play a Genesis now.
Yeah, Genesis, and then probably crack your Devout to bring back Renoa, possibly.
Yes.
Alright, Genesis takes out the Japal because that's the largest thing on the board. Alright, that's the Galuf guy. Emperor Galuf? No, I forget what's the... So what's the best play here? Alright, gonna attack in first.
Oh
no! Oh no! No!
my
No!
God.
Not cool! Not cool! Junabat off the top. Ling Kong there, very, very, very lucky. Looking through the chat, Joseph McCutcher saying Brian's deck looks a lot like what I've built. Awesome. And yeah, Vincent Death Dance or Death Penalty is definitely OP. Vincent actually a very OP card.
It is a very good card.
And if you guys know the Final Fantasy, like the Opus, right, is based off this other Final Fantasy card game series called Chapters.
Yeah, Chapters.
And if you did not play, I went to, I don't know why, but I did look up like Vincent's, like the Opus, sorry, the Chapters version of Vincent. And it is crazy powerful. You basically can't kill, like you almost cannot kill Vincent. Like that's how powerful this stupid set is. Like why is this game even exist? Well, it stopped already, right?
Yeah,
it stopped already,
now it's been remade, which I think is a good decision.
I think remaking the game and then getting it published to more countries is awesome, and I hope that the FF community starts growing, or I hope that there's a big, soon to be a big FF community. Okay, still Brian's turn, right? Or is it Ling Kong's turn now?
I think it's Ling Kong's turn.
Okay, so Ling Kong digging deep in the tank. Yeah, one thing I gotta advise Ling Kong on is not getting stuck in this thing called the loop. We tend to think there are no judges here. Not like in Magic. I'm a Magic judge. And like if I see stuff like this, I usually walk up to the person and like tell him, "Hey, dude, you're playing slow. You gotta pick up the pace because you enter this thing called the loop, and what happens is that you start doing A, so you start considering A, and then you consider B, and then you consider C, and then you consider A again, as if you didn't consider A the last time before, and then you go A, B, and C, and then you try to figure out like, oh, what's the best line and stuff like that, and so you just keep going A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, and to you, time, you're doing it at lightning speed. Or it seems to you you're doing it at lightning speed. Oh, all these possibilities, I cannot keep up with myself. I'm like, actually, you're taking like a really long time. Your opponent, on the other hand, is sitting across the table. So you might be taking a moderate or a reasonable amount of time. But your opponent, sitting on the other side of the table is like, wow, why is it so slow? For him, like, time has slowed down.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, oh, why are you going so slowly?
Especially when Ling Kong has only 2 cards.
Yeah.
And only 2 active forwards.
Yeah.
So the line of play is not so much.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
So
like you don't have that many options at the end of the day, but you still got to consider it. And My only advice for players who do play a bit slow is, don't play on your turn. Play on your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
Because, we have this saying in the Magic Judge community, bro, the board didn't just appear.
Yeah.
The board was, you were there when this board grew to the maximum, to the size it is, or the condition it is right now. Okay.
Probably with experience, the players will be able to develop this thing where they can actually think a few steps ahead.
Yeah.
A few turns ahead, even.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's a fantastic skill. Like you have to be able to see on the other side of the table like what's happening. Right. Okay, so Brian here able to drop a Jonabat, and he's going to swing in with a Genesis.
We should make Lincoln discard the card.
Yeah, well, Lincoln, I don't think he should block anyway. And he's got a Genesis of his own, which he cannot cast.
He discarded the Genesis.
Did he discard the Genesis?
I think he did.
Okay.
Yeah. Somehow.
So yeah, well, I see the other Chameleon in the graveyard already. Yeah. So
I mean, it depends on whether Lincoln thinks that he needs the cards in his hand. Yeah, but if he blocks, it's quite a waste of resource.
I know, yeah, and then once that one's down, okay. So here's the thing: if Lincoln doesn't block, Brian stops attacking, right? Because Lincoln has discarded a card. He's given up one resource from his hand. But if Lincoln here blocks, right, Brian is just going to swing in with that Renoa.
Yes.
And just maybe he won't swing in the Renoa because. Well, if he's going to play something else, then it's okay. But maybe he won't swing into Renoa because if Lincoln here draws the Opus 3 Shiva, where you tap down 2 creatures, you dial 2 creatures, then Brian's dead. So
that's right. I think it depends on what Lincoln is going to do next. Of course, he's taking a while to think about it. There's probably only 2 lines of play: block or not to block.
Block or don't block, right?
Yeah. Correct. I mean, it also depends on the cards in his hand, I suppose.
And it also depends on your deck because, unlike games like Magic the Gathering, well, Magic the Gathering, you also play to your outs. You're always thinking like, okay, what's my best draw? What's the best play here? But more so in Final Fantasy, and that's why I love this game so much, because it puts that aspect of the game on hyper mode, or like, it makes it not accentuates it, but it focuses in on it, and you have to figure out, okay, what's the top card of my deck? Okay, if I'm going to take damage, the top card's irrelevant, but what's the best thing that I can flip off the top card of the deck? Does it have EX burst?
Yeah.
So what's the percentage of EX burst that you have left in your deck?
Correct.
What's the most live draw that you're going to have? And all these questions should be racing through your head, but of course it should be racing through your head, and then after you make a decision.
Yeah.
So right. Well, I feel very bad like bashing Lincoln, but yeah, I gotta.
Yeah, I mean we can
after the game
advise him a little bit.
Advise him to.
But actually, before the casting, he has already told me that he will be playing slowly.
Oh no! Oh no! Is there a new deck that he's playing? I know he's playing like Fire.
Yeah, he played Fire the other time.
Yeah.
So I suppose it's a new deck that he's slowly thinking about.
Okay.
But I suppose you can extend some time.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the benefit of Brian.
Yeah, it's okay. So he gives up 1 card, which is a monk, and the top card was the Kefka. Okay, so best draw here from Lincoln would be Shiva. The tap 2 Shiva. That's it.
Yes, and because Brian is now to
he's at 6. Yeah, he's the last point of damage. Like, I'm not quite sure why Brian didn't play the other creature. He's got Atomos in hand, which is okay.
I would think that he is setting up for the Atomos.
Yeah, but Atomos only gets rid of 1 guy.
I suppose that's right.
So, if Lincoln here, if Lincoln here drew like the Shiva, okay, he needs to draw a Shiva and then a blue, another ice card. Yeah. Because there's no ice backups on Lincoln's side of the table.
Maybe Brian is playing the odds. Because if he did not attack the other turn, he is not progressing his board.
That's true. Yep. That's true. But I don't know. I'm like,
it's a gamble sometimes. I think Brian is gambling.
No, it's too much of a gamble. It's really too much of a risk.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't, unless So the other thing is that I would Atomos my Renoa.
Is it possible?
In response, yeah. I don't know. Let's check. Let's check Atomos. Atomos. Okay, so
Okay, yeah. We can actually destroy your own Reno.
So
I suppose that's why
that's
he
the
managed to
thing.
attack.
I would have just swung it with everyone, man. And it's like, yeah.
I suppose that's why last turn he attacked with the Genesis. Because at any point of time he could have responded by atomosing his own Renoa.
Yeah.
And he'll be quite safe.
That's a cool thing that he can do. So right now, right, he can. Okay, if it's Bryanston, is it Bryanston?
I think it's back to Bryanston.
Okay, so Jonabat came down on the other side of the table, tapped down the Vincent and the Genesis. Oh, looks like Rauban's gonna come. Nope.
Summoner first?
Is that Summoner? Yeah.
Yeah.
The 3-mana Summoner.
Summoner is good because he can stop anything that Ling Kong is gonna do, including Shiva.
Ah, okay.
Right.
Yeah. No, but it comes in. It enters the battlefield.
If I'm not wrong, it's the.
Is that just sacrifice?
That is the one ice element and sacrifice. One ice crystal, sorry.
And then that's a new one, right? Summoner. This is.
It's an old card.
What's the Ice Summoner? Ice Summoner. Don't you wish this was like touchscreen and you can just
yeah,
so much easier. Oh yeah. Choose one summon, cancel
it's like a backup
okay.
plan where if there's a Shiva indeed, he can do something.
You can do something about it. Yeah, okay.
But otherwise, can always Atomos his own.
Atomos the Renoa.
And Renoa is such a good card.
Yeah.
It's very versatile. You can do a lot of things with it.
So Renoa is too powerful. Hands up, anybody in the chat who agrees with me. Renoa is just way too powerful.
Yeah,
like it's not even funny.
I suppose it's a good card for Ice because Ice is quite narrow in the tools that they have available. Unlike Lightning, where you have
just destroy everything.
Yeah,
like either A, destroy everything, or just B, destroy everything with damage.
Yeah, so
and you can even tap stuff. What the hell?
I don't know what the designers are thinking.
No bounce. That's the only thing. Is that bounce in Lightning?
Bounce?
No, right?
No, I don't think so.
There's Dull. I know there's Dull. There's Haste.
There's damage.
There's damage. There's Break.
Yeah, and there's remove from.
Yeah, there's Exile. Yeah. Oh my god.
Right. Yeah.
Now that you mention it, no wonder you play Lightning. What the hell?
No, I play Lightning because of Lightning.
The beach. Oh man. Hey, have you seen the? Okay. Let's search up Lightning. Have you seen the new? Did you pre-order Dissidia?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Did you pre-order the steelbook version?
Yes.
Oh, where do you pre-order the steelbook from?
Courtesy of Chishan.com.
Wow.
I'm gonna advertise for them, even though they are not GOG, but they are doing a very good job trying to get the steelbook over to Singapore.
Nice.
So they're actually doing a pre-order. So if you are keen on this promo, there are 3 promos here.
Yeah.
Lightning, Cloud, and Warrior of Light. You
yeah.
might want to head over to Chishan.com to actually do some pre-registration.
So this is the Opus 3 Lightning.
It is.
Which, oh my gosh, it's good looking. It's so good looking, and I think you can put together the 3 cards. They form like a row. The other one is Warrior of Light. That's the Opus 1 Warrior of Light. The one that gives every standard unit plus 2,000 and first strike. And the other one is
the
Cloud.
The
Opus
Cloud.
4. Yeah. Opus 4.
1.
Is it Opus 1 Cloud?
Yes, it's Opus 1 Cloud.
No.
It is.
No. What?
Yes, it is. That expensive crowd.
Oh man, I thought it was the Opus 4 Cloud.
No, it is the Opus 1 crowd.
Where is it? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And they come in for...
Hello everyone and welcome back to the main story quest line here at Ogre Games. It's Final Fantasy card game night. My name is Mick, I'm your host for tonight, and we're watching the match here between Leon Sung and Ryan Lowe. That was an interesting way to start the game. That was an interesting way to start a game. Using like tokens with numbers, so the person who picks the higher number gets the win. So Ryan here looks like he's playing Fire Wind. Gonna mulligan his hand, and so does Leon. Doesn't look like his hand that great. Wow, I love his sleeves. Shiny. It's got a cool character on it. I do not know who that character is. Anybody in the chat knows who that character is, please do let me know. Ryan here looks like he's playing Fire Ice. Fire Ice, maybe aggro, maybe. Oh, another fire deck, mono fire maybe. Yeah, looks like mono fire. It's getting very popular. Mono fire. So yeah. All right, Ryan here as to he was telling me I don't know how to play the backups. But Leon there starting off pretty strong with a Tifa as well as a Red Mage. And Red Mage, the ability is pretty strong. The Fire Red Mage, and this is which version of the Red Mage? Okay, so this is from Opus 1. Choose one forward, it cannot block this turn. Full stop. Like, it's a strong effect. Especially if your opponent can only play one character a turn. Sephiroth here enters the battlefield. Both players have to discard 2 cards. And Sephiroth, pretty strong character here. I believe it's a 7,000 with first strike. Let me bring it up right now. Is the 5-cost Sephiroth. Yep. Pretty powerful, but not as powerful, not powerful enough to stop a Red Mage. But yeah, 7,000 with first strike is pretty good. Ryan here probably going to attack in. Beat in? Yeah, beats in. And flips a... Is that General Leo? Or is that Sabin? Sabin off the top. And cast a Marche. Passes the turn. Is it Marche? Marche? I haven't seen many people use Marche. So... No, it's not Marche. No. What is this character? Anybody in the chat can educate me. Oh, what happened to Sephiroth? Okay, so Sephiroth dies to the cloud. Okay. Trying to find this character. Oh, okay, Lidna. Yeah, okay. So finally you found it. When Lidna blocks or is blocked, if your opponent doesn't pay 2, it cannot be broken this turn. When Lidna is chosen by a summon or ability, if your opponent doesn't pay 2, cannot be broken this turn. So pretty strong effect. And yeah, obviously not going to be able to attack here. Sabin, we see Sabin both on both sides of the table, but one in the damage zone and one of course on the field. Let's bring up Sabin here. Pretty okay card. Ryan here lands his own Red Mage. Sabin, when it enters the field or attacks, choose one forward you control. It cannot be broken this turn. And then for 2 crystals, for 1 fire and 1 generic crystal, Sabin gains plus 2,000 power, but you can only use this ability while he's attacking. His Rising Phoenix also is pretty cool. When he attacks, you can deal 8,000 damage to all forwards. You can use this ability while Sabin is attacking. You can only use it while Sabin is attacking. I think at this point, like, Ryan just wants to take this damage from the what you call it, from the cloud. No problem, right? Just take the damage. Yeah. Okay. So it reveals a vein of the top, which, well, in all honesty, is not going to be very useful in this situation. So let's see whether he draws something more appropriate. And he draws a Jill Nabat, and is that General? That's not General Leo, is it? No. That's not General Leo. I don't know which card this is. That's not an Edgar. It's not a... Is this... It's another Sabin? No, no. That's not Sabin. Yeah, I am so bad at trying to identify fire cards, but it's a Furion. So it enters the field, choose one forward, deal it 4,000 damage. That's it. For four crystal points, like, it just deals 4,000 damage. Full stop. And I think Ryan's trying to cast it so that he can get rid of that Tifa. Yep, your Sabin can't block again. And a Shiva with no EX burst. Yeah. Okay. And a Cloud of his own, but not particularly useful. Alright, so Sabin here gonna get in. Sabin here gonna get in. The Marsh. Alright. Bomb gets taken out. Marsh here also gonna get in. 5,000. Or Marsh gonna stay to block. Maybe. Okay, so Ryan here could play the Genesis and hold down the Cloud. Keeps the other Cloud in his hand so that probably can cast the Cloud and burn up another one of Leon's creatures, or burn up one of Leon's creatures, not another one. This Cloud has a cool ability. Let's try and find it. Search. Okay. When it enters a field, choose one forward opponent controls. If you control a category 7 forward other than Cloud, deal it 7,000 damage. And guess what? Genesis is a 7,000. It's a category 7 forward as well. So we'll be able to deal at least the other Cloud 7,000 damage. And you can probably get in with the team after that. So yeah, great play here by Ryan. I like, well, Genesis is such a powerful card, right? Right. Genesis is such a powerful card. Anyway, looking at the chat, Mick, when I come back, I want to cast for that week. Okay, no problem. I give it to you. I give it to you. Sephiroth, MJ saying Sephiroth dies to Cloud, Flavor Win. Yeah, exactly. It's so weird. Sephiroth does not die to Cloud. Does he? No. Cloud should die to Sephiroth. Anyway, the world is upside down. Who cares? Tifa here going to get in. And maybe Ryan gonna try to force Leon to give up some cards. Red 13 enter the battlefield. Yeah, Minji, you can do whatever you want. You can sit here and make girly noises for all I care. It's okay. Oh. That's not how you spell Red 13. There we go. Okay, so I believe this is the starter deck, Red 13. Yeah, this is the starter deck. When it enters a battlefield, or when it enters the field, choose one forward. It gains plus 3,000 power until end of turn. Going to give up a shout here for the Cloud. Okay, maybe attacks him with the Sabin. Might want to attack him with the Sabin. Like, okay, so the fear is here. if Leon draws a haste creature off the top. And here's the problem. If Leon draws a haste creature off the top, there's little that Ryan can stop him because he can use the red mage. Oh, he doesn't have enough mana. He doesn't have enough mana. To draw a card, to use the... Okay, so MJ Minji is saying use the Goblin at that moment. Maybe. Let's see. So this is the Fire Goblin. And put Goblin in the break zone, choose one forward you control against haste until end of turn, draw one card. Oh, yeah. So he doesn't have to, you know, use up cards. So he can just have any forward. Attacks in with a Cloud. Cloud straight off. Attacks in with a Tifa. Does he have a forward? This is... Alright. Give Tifa haste. Draw an extra card. Brayu, okay, so making his team a little bit bigger. But he used up that haste. Like, he used up the you know... I thought he could, you know, he could have saved that Goblin. Because then, you know, Ryan here wouldn't be able to attack in profitably. Okay, chooses not to cast a Tifa. Only attacks in with the Genesis. And Ifrit off the top, I believe that's an EX burst, is going to deal 7,000 damage. Let me double check on Ifrit. Yeah, his next forward can have haste anyway. That's what confuses me a little bit. But the Genesis here has been taken off the table. Choose one forward, deal it 4,000 damage. If you have 5 or more fire characters, deal it 7,000. And cast a Lock instead. Lock here doesn't do much except be a dude. That's all he can be. But Lock's ability is also very unique. Where we go? So when it enters the battlefield, or enters the field, if you control 2 or more category 6 characters other than Lock, your opponent discards 1 card from his or her hand. And when it deals damage to your opponent discards 1 card from his or her hand. And his special ability is quite cool. You just discard another Lock and then you can't block. That's it. So he's part... what's his name? Genesis in some form or fashion. Yeah. Alright, so Ryan here needs a good draw because... Oh. Belias is the draw. It's pretty good, I would have to say. Another Sabin. He could attack, and I want to double check like what's the cost to activate Sabin. And I could just like type that card out. What's the cost to cast Sabin? Oh, it's 4. Okay. So 2 red and 2 generic. And I guess you could attack in with both. Because Leon would need 2 times some sort of Tifa to win the next turn. Man, this feels weird. Why is he attacking with Lock? No, he should be attacking with the Sabin. Does Leon here want to block with the Lietna? Nope, just takes the damage. I think you're attacking with the Sabin, right? No? Yes, no? Unless I'm mistaken, unless that's not a Sabin in hand. So I'm considering his options. He could go for it. Okay. So cast a second Tifa and then just passes the turn. Oh, okay. The problem here is that Ryan's creatures are just bigger. You had to discard a card, yeah. So those were the two, yeah, you had to discard another Liana. Draws the two cards. I'm surprised here Leon didn't block with the Lidna. Although Ryan could have just like discarded a card and just killed the Lidna anyway, but you know. Minji saying definitely felt weird. Maybe he just didn't see the yes play. Yeah, Occam's Razor. We're gonna assume that you know, didn't really think about that. Leon attacks now, unless he's got like a winning line. He's got to prevent the Sabin from blocking and then try to kill the Tifa. Okay, Sabin cannot block. Okay, here's a little bit dangerous. Okay, so it's gonna definitely just block the Letna first because, well, you never know. You never know. And I think Leon made a mistake here. There's no follow-up play, then that was definitely a mistake. Oh no, Leon, what happened? Kazusa as well is in hand. He could. He's got a Kazusa and a lock in hand. So there's a possibility that he just discards the lock so that so that lock can get in. Yeah, you know, Minji is saying the special wouldn't target, so it just won't kill the Letna. Yeah, exactly. Letna requires you to either block or target. Ah, okay. So attacks in with the Sabin first, and before the second attack, gonna give it unblockable and strike in, and Leon barely loses that game. Ryan clenching it, man, by the skin of his teeth. Okay, so I thought Ryan had the game with the you know, when he drew the second Sabin. So yeah, who knows? Anyway, we are going for a short break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. I'll put on a replay, don't worry. We'll be back with round 3. Remember, you can join us on the stream every Friday for some Final Fantasy. You can also join us on the stream on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, twitch.tv/GreyOgreGames, if you like Magic the Gathering. And if you miss the streams, it's okay. Go on down to youtube.com/GreyOgreGames. Watch all the replays because we upload it there. Yay! Alright, we'll be back in a short while, so don't go away. Hello everyone and welcome back to the main story questline here at Great Ogre Games. It's Final Fantasy card game. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts alongside Desmond Lightning Ong.
Hello.
Yeah, we should just change your name to like Desmond Light Nong. It's like Lightning Ong, okay.
Sounds about
Light Nong.
weird.
We're watching the match here between Alvin K and Kira Teo.
Two good friends.
Yeah. I believe, well, you were saying earlier, like Kira is playing Mono Lightning?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. We were talking about Mono Lightning earlier. Let's start the timer. And, well, that Lightning can do everything except bounce a creature. That's it. That's all that Lightning cannot do. It can do everything else.
It can't brave. The forwards cannot brave, but I suppose brave is not that important an ability.
No, it has Brave. What's his name? Gilgamesh. Well, the Gilgamesh has Brave, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, right?
Yes,
yeah, so it's got Brave. It's also got Brave.
Oh my god.
Right. So it's got...
Yeah, right.
You know, okay, so I want to say that Earth doesn't have does it have first strike? Does it have haste? It doesn't have haste. I know Earth doesn't have haste.
Doesn't have.
Does it have first strike?
I can't remember having seen a first strike.
First strike on
forward.
Earth.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Y'all can rectify us in the comments.
Yeah, exactly. You know, let us know. Oh, we have a search engine. But we're not going to search it. You guys, you guys help us out in the chat. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, yeah, exactly. And then, you know, Water I think has the least. Well, it's got first strike. It's got bounce. It's got brave. I think. Yeah, some characters have brave. Doesn't have haste.
No.
Doesn't have haste. What else?
Quite limited.
It's quite limited. Actually, it's quite limited. I know. Well, fire has probably got like all the keywords. Fire and lightning looks like it's got all the keywords.
Yes. But fire is predominantly more of damage dealing.
Yeah, it's just aggro, just beat in. Yeah, I haven't seen any like fire break card.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
can't recall any.
It's all about you know, getting in there like quickly
and damage.
Preventing your opponent from blocking. You know, Time Mage is it Time Mage? No,
Red Mage.
Red Mage is very very strong card.
The Red Mages are strong.
Are they? Are they waiting for us to go?
So sure what they're waiting for. Just give me a moment.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they can go. They can go. Like. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so I think they're waiting for our queue. So let's reset the timer. It's like, no guys, you don't wait for our queue. You just go. You just do it.
That's funny, they're really waiting for us.
Alvin here going to take a very fast mulligan, and so does Kira. And Alvin looks like he's playing the water earth
water wind.
Water wind.
Mughals.
Water wind, sorry, yeah.
I suppose it's a Mughal deck.
Oh, does the Mughal deck actually exist?
Yeah.
Seriously?
I'm looking at his cards though. He has paint. Probably maybe based in FF10.
FF10, yeah. Pain. It looks like he's got a Yuripa.
Fenfree, Archer,
this thing, yeah.
Maria.
I think you drop the Archer right now and then just wait.
I should think so.
Yeah. You definitely want to have the Maria on the battlefield. You want your creatures as big as they can get. Because, you know, Kira, Mono Lightning is just going to blow up those creatures like they were, you know, they don't exist.
Yeah.
So, and Farmfreight is a great option. I think you can give up the Mughal. Oh, okay.
Okay, spin.
Chooses.
Draw a card.
Yeah, chooses to cast the Pain and passes
it's a kind of a weird mix between FF10
and Mughals.
Chocobo. I saw a Chocobo in
okay.
Ensign.
So is it well? Okay, yeah. I'm trying to guess here, but you know, maybe it's trying to be aggressive.
But you know. Yeah, he's opening up himself to the LC combo.
Yeah, you know, 2 for 1 is.
But I suppose there's no choice. Oh, there's no LC combo.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You know, we're gonna caveat that.
Yeah.
That notion.
But the fact that he threw the Archer away.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think
weird.
the Mughal is not that relevant.
Yeah.
You know, I think you can give out the Mughal for the Archer and then still go for the
Archer is quite relevant in this matchup, I feel. Because you can
exactly.
destroy the Lulu and make
Yeah,
the...
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
correct, yeah. So I'm not too sure what he was thinking of.
I don't know.
And there's another combo that we don't see much of in competitive play, which is
Baltier
Baltier and Fran.
Fran.
It's like, okay. I mean, we love new stuff.
That's not really a combo. Okay. So
Right.
let's bring up what we're talking about, like Baltier. Okay, so Baltier here. I don't want to brag, but I was definitely playing that Baltier a few moons back. But yeah, this Baltier, when it enters the field, you may search for one card named Friend and add it to your hand. So Friend is interesting. It's just a backup,
Yes,
but it can pump up the Baltier.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a pretty strong card.
Yeah.
And it does give out. So now he gives out the Moogle for the Friend.
So
but,
now that deck has a FF12 connection
yeah, okay.
with a FF10 connection.
So I'm guessing maybe it's an aggro deck. The Giz, Giz with. You play Giz with Yuripa combo, you get back a lot of value.
Yep.
So maybe it's that. I don't know.
We will see.
We'll
I think it's
see,
an interesting deck at the very least.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
SNO is a very good
no-no,
card.
yeah.
SNO is a very good card.
Let's bring up no-no, shall we? Wait, let's transition out. No.
No.
Which one? This one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the Opus 4 no. When a 4 you control attacks, choose one backup, activate it. That's it. That's all it does. But
very
it's a
powerful.
very powerful effect,
Yes.
man. And it's when a 4 you control attack. So basically, you could play something, attack with all your guys, untap all your backups, and then play something else, without having to sacrifice cards. And in this game, it's all about making sure that you maintain your library.
Yeah.
Where are we? Hildebrand. Did he not block with the Hildebrand? He'll get it back, right?
No, it doesn't. Because Hildebrand
doesn't?
will die if he receives damage.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he dies in combat. The only way to kill him is like in combat, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
or any damage dealer, maybe LC combo.
Is it?
Yep. It will not die.
HIL. Okay, can. Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll dip.
he will not die if, let's say, you Odin it, or if you Idir it, right?
Well,
But it will die when you
Well,
receive
he will
damage.
die. He will die, but it will go back to your hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's on the field, if it leaves the field due to your opponent's summons or abilities. So take note, it's not that it goes into the break zone. If it leaves the field, so stuff like Shantoto doesn't work on Hildebrand. Return him to your hand instead. So it's a replacement effect. It's not like it's not like Shantoto will totally get rid of it. Instead of going to the exile or remove from the game, you're going to put it back in your hand. But it doesn't return to your hand if it receives damage higher than its power. Okay, yeah. So LC combo does get rid of Hildebrand. I do like Hildebrand though. I think he's like the eternal blocker, and then he pairs up with his Nashu. Hildebrand gains haste, and after that you can pump up Hildebrand to bring it to like 9,000 power. In this case, it will bring it to 10,000 power since Kira here has a Lulu on the battlefield. So I'm curious to see what Alvin's deck does, and Alvin's deck is really, really interesting. Okay, I'm going to bounce back that Amon.
And it seems
And
like
I'll beat
this
in here.
Wind Water deck is having the advantage against the Moonlightning.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so
It's a very interesting deck.
oh, that is cool.
And you're right, there's a Geese.
There's a Giz, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's gonna play the Riku here, and now Riku is. I love this Riku so much.
so
I
big.
like this Riku
So big.
so much. Okay.
Right. This Riku is very good against Moonlightning
Yeah.
because of the fact that you cannot pretty much deal
You
with
can't
it.
touch it. Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot touch it.
Can't touch this. Ding 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 ding. So this is the starter Riku. And since day one, I've been infatuated with this card. Like, this card is crazy good. You
Okay,
control Yuna against plus 2,000. Can't touch it with summons. Can't be chosen by summons, including yourself. So you can't choose it. If you control Pain against plus 2,000, and then cannot be chosen by ability.
Yes.
What the hell?
It's 11,000 now.
And at this point, it's like 11,000. Yeah, I will never die. I am never going to die, folks. Well, there are a few ways. I mean, there are a few ways that Kira can deal with it. One of them being Exodus. Exodus,
yep.
you just bring out the battlefield or break. At this point, I think Kira could just name 3. I think 3 is fine. But he'll get rid of his Hildebrand.
Yep. Correct.
So maybe name 4, and then don't lose the Hildebrand. There are ways to get rid of it. Just not having to target it. Cyclops is a good way as well. Okay, so Onion Knight discarded. Then we have Gilgamesh,
which is a very good card in this format.
Yeah.
Sorry, in this matchup, not format, because of the fact that Wind Water would have bounce spells.
Yeah.
Like Leviathan.
Gilgamesh just
you cannot bounce.
It's not going anywhere.
Right.
Me not go anywhere. Okay, so man, I like what Nono is doing. Nono is like, you can play this pre-combat. And here he's going to look for, Alvin here is going to look for
the Haze Chocobo.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, just beat down, man. I like this deck.
Yeah,
I like what Alvin's
it's doing very well
doing,
against the Moon Lightning.
Yeah.
And there's this thing in Singapore where the players are quite in fear of the Moon Lightning.
Yeah,
right.
Man. I think if you come to Singapore, okay, so if you ever come to Singapore to play Final Fantasy, just make sure that you prep up against Mono Lightning. That's it.
Just make sure you can win them.
Yeah, because like 50% of the players are playing Mono Lightning.
I will not say 50%, but
45%.
the ones who do well tend to play that deck.
Are you referring to yourself,
No,
sir?
no, I'm just one of the one of the few. Right, but it will be a good thing to prepare against this deck, because you will definitely see this deck in
for
any
sure.
event.
Just not just in Singapore, but I think Mono Lightning is a very, very strong. Just Lightning itself is a very strong set. Yeah. And it can go, like we were just discussing at the beginning of this, like it can go like any direction or any way that you want to.
But I suppose Alvin has found a deck that can beat Mono Lightning. Quite convincingly, right? My God!
Quite effectively.
At the beginning, we thought that his deck is a mismatch of different elements: FF10, FF12.
Looks like we were wrong, but it looks like I don't know about you, but it looks like Alvin, at least right now, he's drawing mostly the green, the wind side of his deck. Maybe his deck is primarily just wind.
I would think, if I'm not wrong, his water elements are more for bounce like Leviathan.
Okay,
or
and the Yuna.
Fanfreed,
Okay, and the Yuna. And
Geese.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And you can see the one summoner at the damage zone.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Right. That one probably to take back some of his summons, like Leviathan, Fanfreed for second usage.
Is it to take back? No. It's
search. No, it's a search.
Search, yeah.
So to search for the summons to be used.
But you search it and then you put it on the top. And then your opponent is like, no, I'm not going to attack.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't attack, then I draw it. How are you going to win, sir? How?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, I'm on here, just going to tap one guy down. But looks like Kira's not advancing, advancing his attack. Like, the Gilgamesh is great because
it's going for the attack.
Okay.
That's weird.
Okay.
That's weird.
It looks like Alvin's just going to take that.
Okay.
That's another Chocobo. What Chocobo is this?
It's the Opus 4 Chocobo.
Oh, okay. This is the special, the special Chocobo. Okay, there's so many Chocobos.
Opus 4 is kind of awesome set, I feel.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I like that they created a new category called Special. When it enters the field, choose one forward other than Chocobo against haste until end of turn. It's okay. It's very okay.
Oh, it's a Wind Drake. We don't see that often in competitive.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have flying. No evasion. It's like,
This game has no flying.
No real evasion though.
Right.
Wow. Okay, so that the Fran and the Chocobo, that is huge.
Beltier actually.
Oh, the Beltier, yeah. The Beltier and the Chocobo, that is huge. They both get plus 3,000. So the Chocobo now is 8,000, and then the Beltier is 9,000. 5,000 plus 3 plus 1. Yeah, 9,000. Was it Balti or 4,000? Who knows? Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
so discards the other Amon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to use my Seymour, get
Seymour.
rid of your Chocobo. But does Alvin here have another Chocobo? No.
Spec to his turn.
I'm wondering why he didn't use the Funfrit.
Because the front feet will cause Kidebrand to go back to hand.
Oh yeah,
It's not
that's
so
true.
advantageous, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe
okay,
if he wants to
Good
push
point.
through the last damage, it might be useful. But
Like
maybe not
right
at this
now,
stage.
right? Like you just
Yeah.
use the
It is a consideration.
the Gilgamesh is only 9,000. I'm wondering why he's not attacking with the Riku though.
But the Gilgamesh can pump.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Can
Okay.
pump. I suppose it cannot beat through this bot at this point of time because Amon can block and tap down another creature, another forward.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
So it's not so advantageous to attack at this point of time.
Well, he could party attack, right?
Yep. Probably that's what he'll be doing to
Yeah.
seek to party attack every single turn.
Yeah. So he can Riku Baltier, and then party attack.
Because in Alvin's hand he has the Riku in pain. That's
Oh,
why he has nothing to play.
Yeah. He could
Just
give up some
sacrifice,
stuff,
yeah. Correct. It depends on what Kira is gonna do.
Okay.
Right. So he remembers that
Yeah,
Amon
you
can tap down something.
I guess so. I
Right,
guess
would
so.
you
But
like
I
to
don't
tap?
think
Anything, sir?
you definitely won't tap.
Right.
Like what does Windrake do? I don't even know. This is a card that you rarely see being played.
In competitive.
Yeah.
It's
Here we
not
go.
that bad.
Choose one forward you control other than Windrake, and then return it and Windrake to owner's hand. Okay, I guess so. I guess that could be.
I'm not too sure
relevant.
why he did not choose to use the ability,
Which ability?
the
Or
Windrake's ability, because
well,
Kira.
he can just
Yeah.
keep getting stuff back,
Because
right?
no, Kira chose to tap down the Windrake via the Amon.
Oh, okay. Then
So I would think that in response, if he had used the Windrake to bounce up
the
the
Izana. I think you can bounce out the Izana.
Or-
Then that cast the Izana and get another.
probably,
Yeah.
or he
know.
can return the Hildebrand to hand.
Right. No. Yeah. Choose one forward.
Or you control. Sorry, that's my mistake.
You control.
Right,
You gotta control the
Yeah.
other forward. So, but Kira here getting a bit desperate because like he's only got one.
Gilgamesh.
One Gilgamesh left to block, and if
I suppose it's a good time as any to use the Fanfrit.
9,000.
Yep, and he uses the
and he
Fanfrit.
uses Fanfrit right now before attacks. So, ideally,
the
you get
Amon.
rid of the Amon.
Correct.
And, Kira last turn he discarded an Amon, unfortunately. So would you attack with the Izana?
I would- because you want to push your last damage. Probably, maybe you attack with the Riku to force Kira to dedicate resources to pump the Gilgamesh.
But Riku now is not like 11,000.
Right.
Instead, he's only in like 9,000.
9,000.
So if you party attack with the Izana, that's 9,000 plus 6,000, that's 15,000. Kira is definitely not going to be able to get rid of both creatures. But of course, I think he'll be trying to get rid of the Riku. And if Alvin doesn't forget his triggers, he should be untapping one of his guys.
Where is the untap?
Oh, nope.
Nope.
Nope. Wow, no, it's so good.
It's good. It's very good.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Alright, so Cyclops.
Double
Double
Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Oh.
Here.
Okay. A fair trade.
Oh, is that a fair trade? No, did he?
Yep.
No, why is the Gilgamesh dying?
Because Gilgamesh is
Cyclops
at
only
90.
affects your opponent.
Yeah.
So why did the
Wait, wait,
Gilgamesh
wait.
die?
Cyclops.
Yeah, Cyclops only affects your opponent, right?
Right,
Opponent-
yeah, it is.
Yeah, so why is the Gilgamesh
I
dead?
think it's quite a very large party, I think. Probably that's the case.
No, that can't be that. Minus
Okay,
6,000,
That'll be
Izana dies.
9,000 plus 6,000, 15,000. I think that there might be 15,000 on the board with the combination.
No, 15,000, that would be minus 18,000, by the way. Sorry, minus 12,000. What? Chocobo. Which Chocobo? Izana, right? Izana is 5,000, yeah.
There will be 6,000 because of the Maria. And I think the Chocobo pumps it. You see?
No, but that wasn't a Chocobo, that was a Riku.
Oh, yeah.
That was a Riku.
The
So
Riku
why
is,
is the... Okay, wait, we gotta stop the match. Can you
Wait,
go
wait,
out there and...
It's 6,000. Wait, we count here first. 6,000 plus Riku is...
No, it's 15k. It's 15k, but then you minus 6,000 of all the creatures, so that means it's minus 12,000. So it's only left to 3,000. Can you go and double check with this thing before they make a move? Faster, 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 faster. Okay, so discrepancy found. Discrepancy found. Hey, how come the game match that? Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Alright, okay. Yeah, but looks like Kira here gives it up. Okay, so I think I know what happened. I know what happened. Okay, okay. Desmond, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I think I know what happened. He used the other Cyclops to pump up Gilgamesh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, detective work. Detective work. I wondering why. Like he just didn't have enough to cast both Cyclops, because if he did cast both Cyclops, right, Alvin's bot is gone.
Yeah.
Alvin's bot is 0. They'll be like,
Correct.
Izana is dead. You know, and so...
But credit to Alvin for forming a deck that, you know, beats Monolining.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting.
Quite cool, yeah. It's quite a cool deck. Well, we have the, you know, it's a value deck. It's
It
like,
is a
you know,
value
you
deck,
attack, you untap stuff, you know, you cast what's his name? You cast
Mono?
Riku for
Riku,
free.
yep.
Not Riku,
Yeah.
sorry. You cast Pain for free, and
Yeah.
wow, such a strong deck.
And you get to play Chocobos.
You gotta play Chocobos,
Oh
yeah.
my
such a
God.
strange.
That's the dream of
combination,
people nowadays.
Yeah,
Play
man. Like Chocobo, fat
Fun.
Chocobo is cool.
Right?
Okay. This is the end of round 2, but we still got what? One more round at least. At least one more round. Oh, one more round. Okay, so we got one more round to go. So don't go away. Stick around. And before I go, just want to remind you that you can join us on the stream every Friday for Final Fantasy. If you like watching, if you like watching Magic the Gathering, you can join us on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Singapore time. Okay, twitch.tv/GreyOgreGames. You can also find us on YouTube, streaming as well, and on Facebook. And if you miss a tournament, it's okay. Just go on down to youtube.com/GreyOgreGames and watch all the replays, because we upload everything. Everything is all yours to watch. Alright, so don't complain. I'm going to leave you on a replay, so don't go away. We'll be right back. See you guys. Yeah, mic's on now. Hello everyone, welcome back to the main story quest line here at Grey Ogre Games. It's round 3 of our weekly Final Fantasy tournament. My name is Mick, I'm your host for tonight. We're watching the match here between Brian, Tan on left, and Leonard Chong on the right. I wonder if Leonard's still running the Gold Bears deck. Gold Bears is gonna be fun, but looks like he's maybe. I don't know. Okay, go mulligan those. He's got the same lightning sleeves as Desmond, by the way. Desmond, if you're on the stream, he got the same sleeves as you. You jealous or not? Both of them actually have lightning sleeves. Okay, so yeah, but both of them not playing lightning. Looks like Brian's playing mono water. Probably gonna start with an Astrologian. Yep, Astrologian and a which one is this? I forget. Yeah. Oh, it's the Summoner. Okay, so this is a new card that I haven't seen in a while. So put Summoner into the break zone, choose one Summoner of cost 3 or less, and cancel his effect. That's all you have to do. Not bad. I like the effect. Lennon here gonna start off with a Cosmos. Hey Joe, you wanna join or not?
No,
Why you don't want to join?
because I'm grouchy.
Because you're grouchy. Hey man, I need food, man. I'm really grouchy. And it's been a bad day at work. So
What up?
this has been cheering me up. I think this not being able to play Final Fantasy is a little bit annoying, but actually just watching people play Final Fantasy is kind of fun. There's not a lot of content out there. I have to say.
We are content creators.
We are content creators.
Content creators.
Too bad we don't create anything else, but
We don't create value.
we don't add value lah. We just
only
create the
create
content, just create content. Scarmelion here gonna jump into the fray. Oh, doing his main phase. Okay, so this is not the back attack Scarmelion. This is the normal Scarmelion from Opus 3. So maybe Leonard is playing a Go Bears type deck. Man, I would love to play like Go Bears, the legendary Go Bears, and then the Archfiend Go Bears in the same deck. That would be really, really fun. And then use Magic Pot or something so that you can cycle through all the Go Bears and stuff. That'll be fun. Looks up Zidane with the Steiner.
China.
Yeah. Oh. Alright.
They're not signaling to the camera.
Yeah. Then it's like saying like, no, this cannot end here. Does drop the Zidane and gets to draw a card. So the mono water deck, if you guys are not familiar with it, it's all about consistency, being able to draw, being able to filter your cards, and making sure that your hand is always filled up. But this doesn't look like it's just strictly a mono water deck, even though Brian here has been like discarding a lot of water cards. He looks like he has, what is that, Titan in hand? Maybe. Alright, so Leonard here gonna be discarding a lot of Archfiend. So this is the Archfiend deck. Looks like. And Scarmelion here going to attack. 6,000 and a 6,000, but looks like Brian's going to take it. Yeah, Shantoto, unfortunately, Shantoto off the top. So Brian isn't playing mono water, even though like the first few cards are like all water. He is playing water. Hey, Lena. Lena is here. She's here to save the day, hopefully. Adamantoise. Okay, so I gotta search out Adamantoise. So Adamantoise is a monster. We don't see a lot of monsters. We did see what was that card? We did see Goblin earlier on in round 2. And so Adamantoise is interesting. In fact, choose one forward. So you put Adamantoise in the break zone, choose one forward. During this turn, the next damage dealt to it is reduced by 3,000 instead. And draw a card. So it sort of like helps to save a creature. Hey Joe, if you want to... Joe, sit down.
No, I don't want.
No,
I just
no,
want to
you're
read the
getting
card.
you're getting like sucked into
No, no.
this thing, right?
Lie.
No. Lie!
You
Lie!
guys like Toto?
Huh? No.
Oh, the 9.7 million.
Uh
Oh, but I think. Well, additional numbers
Okay.
5. Did you get 5? No, I didn't get 5. Fuck, 5 p.m. I should have got 5 instead of 17.
okay.
You just brought the Toto number.
Okay, so Merle Webb.
Merweb.
Merle Webb
Merweb.
enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, discard a card. So what is the what's the card we get rid of? A little bit hard to see their hands, but yeah. Let's
We
push
need
it back
hand
to zero.
cams, man.
We need hand cams.
Sounds
Hand
good,
cams.
but, you know.
We need like yeah.
Invest in a poker table, that kind of hack.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You talk to Mark. You go back to Mark. You just tell him, Ken, Mark, you pay for everything.
Be the, you know, the number one stream to go to
Le-
in Singapore, right? Even in the world also.
Oh, okay. Ken, you talk to Mark.
Leonard, yeah, Leonard here, man, discarding the gold bears instead. That's interesting. What I think is the problem is that he doesn't have enough mana to cast the gold bears, but he does. He does have what? Barbarisha, Scarmelion, and who else? Who else is in there? I don't really see anybody else in there. Oh, okay. Rauban hits the battlefield. Rauban with the combination of Adamantoise. That's a cool effect. So, for those of you who don't know who this Rauban guy is, he comes in and commits suicide. No, actually no. He comes in, he deals damage to himself and to another forward and opponent control. So he deals 9,000 damage. On the stack, with the trigger on the stack, Brian here breaks the Adamantoise. So Rauban receives 3,000 less damage. So he actually receives only 6,000 damage. And Brian here just bashing in with his 2 guys. And I think he should... Oh, okay. He casts another Adamantoise and passes the turn. Might want to save the Scarmelion for later, where he'll be able to reduce any forwards on Leonard's side by 3,000, which is quite a big amount. Like it's not insignificant, because he's got a what's that guy's name? Kanyazo in hand. All right, so Renoa here enters the battlefield. That's a very interesting choice for this deck. This is like a 5-color. I'm gonna play all my good stuff deck, with a gold bears in it. It just passes the turn. I wonder if Nella uses Magic Pot. Magic Pot would be freaking awesome in this deck. Brian probably going to try to bounce. Yep. Gonna play that Yuna, gonna bounce your Renoa, and I think this is it. Bounce it back to your hand. And he's got the summoner up, which means that he can just sacrifice it and yeah. He can sacrifice it to prevent any shenanigans on Leonard's side. Bouncers goes back to hand. Okay. Beat in 1 time. Beat in 2 time. And Leonard's down on on his last life. Plays a poo-poo. Unfortunately, he got one of his Shantoto's, what do you call it? Discarded. So Rubicant. So it only costs 2. He's got Rubicante, he's got Scarmelion, and he's got Barbarisha. on the battlefield. Does he have Kanyazo? Oh, it's free. It's free. Woo! That's fun. But that took a lot of work, I felt. Yeah. So it costs 0, like, yeah, that's the way you, I mean, that's the way you play, what's his name? Go Best. Unfortunately, it only draws a magic pot right now because that magic pot would have been really good, like, a few turns ago. Eh? Why did he discard the magic pot? Okay, for 7. He just passes the turn. Oh, does Leonard have more than 5 cards in hand? This is gonna be tough. Like oh, he didn't have enough mana. Or he didn't have the correct crystals to cast that Renoa, unfortunately. Probably, yeah. Kanyazo. So 8. Gonna reduce everybody by 4. Okay, no, I'm gonna discard another 7 to play that. Bounce. Okay, so a second 7. Okay, so this is like the counter spell war. And right now he has the game, I believe. You know. Attack in with a Rauban. Oh, wow. Okay, it doesn't go for it. Okay, so what Brian could have done was just attack in with the Rauban and then bounce the Golbez, right? That I'm curious. Like, why didn't he go for that play? Like, you know, Leonard definitely had to block with the 7, or he had to block with something. So he could have bounced the Golbez and then, yeah. And Minji made a really good point here. Renoa won't help with Yuna on the board, and let me bring up Yuna because that's the you know, it's an effect that sometimes we forget. Here we go. We know the EX ability. Enters the battlefield, choose 1 forward, return it to hand. But when a character is put into the field from a break zone, you may remove it from the game instead. So it never enters the break zone. Okay, sure. You got a lot of things. But your Renoa doesn't work in this instance. And man, looks like Brian has lost the upper hand here. Okay, if he does, okay, so if he forgets about the, you know, he shouldn't forget about the Yuna though. Gonna cast that Waka probably, give his guys plus 1000 power. Cast the Lena to get the Kanyazo. He might want to attack with the Kanyazo. Oh no, Kanyazo doesn't deal any damage here. Right? Okay. Someone bring up Kanyazo. So Leonard has a free block with his own Kanyazo. And yeah, I you know, I hope Brian sees this interaction because Minji is right. Yeah, Minji is right. You bounce the go best and attack with dudes. That's all. That's all you do. And that should be more than enough because you block with the Renoa, sure, whatever. That's not going to help you a lot. But Brian, come on. Brian, come on. Come on. You got to see it, right? Oh no. Come on. Is he going to bounce his own Kanyazo? No, don't do it. Alright, so wow, bounce the Renoa, okay. Party attack with the Kanyazo. Steiner Kanyazo party attacks. Yeah. Alright, so 7 blocks that. And yeah, it looks like Brian has lost the advantage here. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Minji is right. Since he made that play, yeah, you know. What he could have done was to bounce the go best. You know, the go best is the biggest thing on the board. It's like a 9,000 character right now. You bounce the go best, you swing in with a dude. Any dude. Probably the what's his name? The Steiner. Steiner's at 8,000. Gets blocked by Renoa. Renoa goes into, Renoa doesn't go into the break zone. In fact, Renoa just evaporates. It disappears. So Leonard here probably going to play the Renoa and then Brian, unless he realizes it this turn. But their interaction is very important. Let me bring up Renoa so that the people at home know exactly what I'm talking about. It's probably the only Renoa that sees play. Here we go. It's got 3 abilities, very strong abilities. First one is for each category 8 forward other than Renoa. It gains plus 1,000 power. Okay. The last ability, Wishing Star. Choose 1 forward and choose 1 backup. Dial and freeze them. But the second ability is the most powerful of them all, I believe. When it's put from the field into the break zone, dial all the forwards opponent controls. It's not when it leaves the field though. Man, that would be utterly broken if it just, it just says like leave the field. Okay, gonna attack with the Golbez. And what does Golbez do? This Golbez is the... This Golbez is what I feel is the good Golbez. So there's cost reduction. It's reduced by 2 for each job arc fiend of different name that's put into the break zone. When it attacks, select one of the following. Choose 1 forward, dial it. Or deal all forwards opponents control 3,000 damage. Or choose 1 job arc fiend from your break zone and add it to your hand. So Barbarisha gonna enter the battlefield, gonna destroy that Rauban, and Leonard here with 2 creatures and a Barbarisha. Man, I'm curious, but Leonard needs to have another play now. Like this could be very, very, very dangerous. Barbarisha, I believe, is like 7,000, not 8,000. Yeah. So Barbarisha here is only a 7,000. So what Brian here can do is to attack. Okay. And then swings in with the... Wow, okay. Man. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm a little stunned. Like, Brian missed the the game winning play, I think, and which, you need a very strong understanding of the game, like, especially a very strong understanding of the mechanic. Minji saying, yeah, you can't do that before damage. Can you? I'm not quite sure. You see, the problem is that we don't really have like judges in this game. And so he's going to cast Elena. He's going to bring back a knight. And the knight is huge. This knight is huge. And so, Brian here has a huge board. I believe this is the blue knight. Yeah, it's called knight. That's the one. Okay. So Minji is saying party attack damage assigning is same as MTG. No, but you decide the order first, right? So in Magic the Gathering is slightly different. You decide the order first, and then you are given priority to, to cast spells and do effects and stuff like that. And, so if you, let's say you line up a creature first, and then it's potentially that you can pump the guy in front to be able to not die. Yeah, you only choose when you assign the damage, right? You immediately choose and assign the damage. So yeah. Okay. So Renoir hits the battlefield. Brian, that's the thing. Like, I don't think he sees that play. Like, for sure, he's not seeing that play. Because if he realizes like his Yuna has a second effect, like there's no, there's no way that that's happening. Okay, so attacks him with a knight. Renoir hits the battlefield. Hits the break zone. Okay, so yeah, that happens. All right. Okay, so looks like Brian is gonna try something here. Okay. He needs to break one of his guys to be able to cast Scholar. I believe that is Scholar. Gerongo, please don't. Please don't. Yeah. I'll ask Brian to go and review the stream. Like, this is the reason why we do the stream, folks. Like, we watch people play. Sure, people make some mistakes. People do, you have to review your play, and that's the only way that you get better. Like, honestly speaking, sometimes we forget the details of our match, and sometimes sometimes you forget the details of the match, and your memory is always fuzzy. Maybe you think, oh, okay, it was bad luck that I lost and stuff like that. But if you got video evidence, you can go back and you can find out, oh, okay, where did I make that mistake? Do you remember to remove the Renoa? Did he remember to remove the Renoa though? The Renoa is removed, but that is like that is, you know, post whatever, you know, it's been long since past. Okay, and passes the turn. So Kanyazo and a giant go best on the battlefield. Gonna cast at Kanyazo. Gonna probably kill your Kanyazo. Sacrifice. Bring Kanyazo back in hand. Cast Kanyazo again. And that's a lot of guys. Yeah, so 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's minus 4,000. That dies as well. And he's going to swing in. Yeah, okay. So Brian still takes it, but you know. Yeah. I agree. There's a lot of it's okay. It's okay. That's why we have this, so that we all can go back, we all can watch it again, and we all can find out like where we went wrong, and improve. And that's the only way we improve. Like that really isn't. I wish there was more. I wish there was more coverage. I wish there was more games that we could watch, because I definitely could just watch this all day long. With good commentary. I'm not saying I'm good. I'm just saying we're just doing it. You're stuck with me. So too bad. All right. We're going to call it a night. Thanks for joining us on the stream. Remember, you can catch more of this Final Fantasy card game coverage on twitch.tv/GreyOgreGames Friday night, 8 p.m. Singapore time. You can also catch us on Facebook and on YouTube. And if you want to watch the replays, just go on down to youtube.com/GreyOgreGames. We also do Magic the Gathering, which is on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights. And last but not least, just check out our website. All right, we're going to call it a day. Thanks for joining us. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.